inflation is falling. Rates were at 5.5%, they're now at 5%. Inflation, headline inflation's at 2.5%. Half the people on the internet is like, oh my God, inflation's so high, it's 2.5% and it's falling. With crypto being all of your liquid net worth, how do you manage your personal crypto holdings? Like how many wallets do you use, multi-sig, etc.? If you were limited in your liquidity, would you choose Sui over Solana?
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Let's join Raoul Powell in a conversation about these topics and more.
The 5 largest from the 1940s and 1980s. This Mount Fuji pattern is so consistent. Yeah, everybody bleats, oh, well, if they cut rates, they're going to bring inflation back. No, they're not. They never have. Inflation will come at the end of the cycle. This is so normal. Inflation is going to keep falling. It'll be below 2%. And guess what? I think rates are coming below 2%, and people don't understand this yet. And so I think rates will continue to be cut. The market doesn't understand this. Rates are part of financial conditions that should continue to improve. In fact, do I have a financial conditions chart on? I've stolen Julian's charts from our Exponential Age Asset Management investment committee meeting this morning. That one's basically the rate of change of interest rates versus the ISM survey. Don't tell Julian I'm doing this. He'll get pissed off because I'm using his charts. But our GMI model, it shows that ISM, the business cycle's all about to pick up. All the talk about recession and everything is just utter nonsense. We've actually got economic growth signposted everywhere whilst inflation is falling. So that's the big story. So the Fed, blah, 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 blah. But generally speaking, risk assets should be doing really well. And risk assets are doing really well because guess what? As I've talked about, bleated about, explained to you in the Everything Code is global liquidity. This is the time. They have to roll the debts. Global liquidity is going to go up. And hey presto, it's going up just like it did every other time. So that's global M2. We can use GMI weekly global liquidity, which is just central bank orientated. Less exciting yet. When we get to the Chinese, their assets, their balance sheet in white, that's cyclical. It will continue to grow. They will probably do a lot of quantitative easing. But generally speaking, overall, the GMI total liquidity index breaking out. Now, again, you people are watching this on YouTube, getting everything for free, drinking probably a Bud Light, probably eating Doritos, while the people on Real Vision are probably drinking champagne and eating toasted almonds from Valencia.
Bitcoin reached $64,700 after the weekly close but faces strong resistance at $65,000. Technical indicators such as RSI hint at a potential price breakout. Meanwhile, the market remains cautious, with the Fed's rate cut fueling optimism across risk assets. After hitting $64,700, Bitcoin retraced slightly, with $65,000 as the main resistance level to clear for further gains. Bitcoin's RSI has broken out of a downtrend, signaling strength ahead. Analysts expect a price breakout to push BTC toward $85,000 potentially. The Federal Reserve's 0.5% rate cut helped risk assets, including Bitcoin, rally. Bitcoin has risen 6% since the announcement, with the S&P 500 also hitting all-time highs. Despite the price rise, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index remains at a neutral 5100s, showing no signs of over-optimism. Bitcoin is nearing the period in its bull cycle that historically sees the most significant gains, with past cycles showing explosive growth after 700 days from the bear market low. Traders should watch the $65,000 resistance closely, as a breakout could signal the start of Bitcoin's next major rally.
Solana is, my chosen one. I have 90% of my net worth in Solana. But Sui, I've obviously been granted some tokens as being part of the foundation. They're locked up, etc. But I'm not going to sell. In fact, no, some of them are unlocked. I'm not going to sell. In fact, I've been buying personally because I think it's a chosen one. I think it's going to do really fucking well. Yes, there's a low free float, which everyone goes, oh my God, they're going to be dumping on you. But a lot of the unlock happened a few months ago. Really, it's now pretty phased and pretty low key. But in a bull market, in a really, really interesting protocol that has attention, a low free float means a smaller amount of money drives a larger price rise. The reverse can happen in the bear market too. So just beware, but we're in bull market times. One of what I like about SUI is what they're really trying to do is the team came out of Facebook or Meta, where they built the Libra project that was shut down by every government in the world. Not joking. They were literally told that they were not going to do this by everybody from the World Bank to the BIS to all the major central banks. And the team left. And they started, one group started Aptos, the other started SUI. They rebuilt the move language they invented for this. And they built an incredibly sophisticated chain. But the point being is, it's really bloody fast. The latency of the chain is less than 1 second for finality, which is, if you think half the stuff is like minutes, the latency is fast enough for gaming, financial markets, that kind of stuff. They're just launching Walrus, which is a decentralized data storage layer using blobs that's built on top of the SUI network. So think of Filecoin, think of AWS, decentralized, but for a Web3 world. That's coming on top. There's a bunch of other applications. Pilotfish is coming, which is their version of FireDancer, which will give it kind of unlimited TPS. It's just a bloody interesting project. You may hate it. You may have something else you prefer. All I ask you to do is show to yourself, not to me, that your chart is going to outperform Solana. And then is it going to outperform SUI? Is it going to outperform? That's the way to do things. And that's what got me into the Bitcoin ETH cross. That's what got me into the Solana ETH Solana trade. And SUI, I've been flagging this for a while. I thought it was looking like the chart was going to do this. So it feels like it's one of the big ones. There'll be other stuff that will outperform SUI without question. Maybe it's your token. Maybe it's and I'm not going to mention, every time I mention a bunch of tokens, I get shouted at, so I just can't be bothered with you guys. But listen, I believe in abundance, and I wish you, in whatever your choices are, the best. It is not player versus player. I'm just trying to make as much money for myself and for my subscribers of Pro Macro and Global Macro Investor and the Macro Investing Tool, all the things that I do to try and help people. And publicly, I share a lot of my information for free. Pisses off some of the people who are paying tens of thousands of dollars for my research, but it's really important for me to help as many people in this journey as possible. If we're going through the largest opportunity in all macro history in the shortest period of time, I've got to take as many people as possible with me. If not, fucking selfish. That's not why I say real vision. It's not why I've been doing this. It's really important to me that you guys do the best. Now, I am not fallible. I'm not a guru. I will not get everything right. And you will probably hate me at some point and love me at other times. Just, I mention this a lot. Just realize I'm just trying to do the best I can to help. I'm not trying to diss your coin. I'm not trying to do anything against you. I'm not trying to scam you, shill you, do anything. I am just doing what I'm doing myself. And I'm telling you what I'm doing. And if you don't want to do that, that's good too. If you want to come along with me for the ride, that's fine too. I don't have all the answers. I will not be the best in the world. Anyway, just wanted to tell you that because, I actually worry, and you guys know that something. Nala is barking again.
Bitcoin is approaching a double bottom breakout after climbing 20% in 2 weeks. Key U.S. economic data and China's monetary easing are supporting the bullish momentum. A breakout could push Bitcoin toward a target of $77,500. President Nayib Bukele revealed that he would present a self-financed budget proposal to the Legislative Assembly of El Salvador, meaning that the government will not issue debt to pay for its operations in 2025. Bukele stressed that this would be the first time this happened in decades, highlighting the relevance of independence and self-sufficiency for the country. According to information from the Salvadoran Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Compass Coffee, a U.S.-based coffee company, has completed an international purchase of Salvadoran coffee using Bitcoin. George Cruz, the Salvadoran counterpart in this transaction, explained that he received the payment in less than 10 minutes, bypassing the need for intermediaries in these deals. 2 individuals have been arrested for orchestrating a large-scale cryptocurrency heist, stealing over 4,100 bitcoins. Their complex laundering operation involved using multiple mixers and VPNs to cover their tracks. With the stolen funds, they lived lavishly, buying luxury cars and other high-end items. With only 44 days remaining until the U.S. election, the blockchain-powered predictions market Polymarket shows Vice President Kamala Harris slightly ahead in a wager against former President Donald Trump. As of Sunday, September 22, Harris holds 52%, with Trump close on her heels at 47%. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.